continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw Darnold. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Darnold. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Omaha. 3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They run the option on second down. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to take another shot here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 41, Darnold. And he he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. Now it's Murray. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll try the right side with Harris. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Flushed out right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break, Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he's certainly laid that one out there. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Faking the give, Darnold. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Murray.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Throwing now is Murray. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Play fake, and it's Darnold. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Darnold to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Darnold's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. As been a blowout, it's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Back to throw it, Murray. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Murray to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time.